Greetings, Earthlings. It's Farida, and I'm here to wax poetic about life on the Slow Dive podcast. If you've had a chance to listen to our podcast trailer and preamble, you might be getting the gist of what we want to do. That is, foster greater understanding amongst our human family. That's really the only umbrella we're all under at the end of the day. Politicians, religions, lobbyists, corporations, beauty industry, to name a few, will try to remind us of our differences, and we do have them. But at the most purest distillation of any engineered social marketing, we must find our common humanity. It is where we are all interconnected, staring at the same sky, feet planted on the same ground, that which will become our resting place at some unknown time. The uncertainty of how and when should be enough for anyone squandering their daily breath, a huge siren. Your life is valuable. Doesn't matter where you are in life, how you are faring in life, your life is a gift in this massive Earth school. 2023 has been a year of heartbreaks for so many on this planet, collectively and individually. So in my own older sister nerdy soapbox way, I might just share some realizations that helped me get through the toughest times in my life by the winding road of acceptance, coming to terms of what is, going with the flow, and accepting the cards that are dealt and making the most out of them. Easier said. Definitely easier said. Am I right? If you know, you know. Life is both too short and too long at the same time to not be in alignment with your heart and spirit. The paradoxical nature of life, if you're living it seamlessly with no challenges, no lessons, there is no growth. You stay comfortable and insulated, not knowing what you could have done for yourself, your family, your community, or for your own calling. Until you have what I call a get real moment. A blindsided jolt of reality, forcing you to re-examine all your life's decisions and where you did not show up for yourself 100% or only lived on 20% authentic you for your loved ones. That missed time, missed potential that fills with angst. Do I embark on the unknown and exert maximum effort with no guarantee, or do I play it safe and go as far as I know I can predict? Or worse, if you hit an existential midlife crisis and your own stunted growth and avoidance to reality propels you into a drastic life-altering decision at the cost of your family, your previous self. Midlife crises are filled with identity crises and realize a person's time is finite. But I ask you, would you have hit that crisis if you were always living your purpose and not dulling it down to fit into societal cultures or norms? Once again, life is both too short and too long at the same time. What does that mean? If you hit bumps on the road, take the wrong turns, end up at a detour, run out of fuel, you lose time, but you're somewhat better for it. Where did you fail forward? Where did that hurt transmute into strength? Where did that loss, as painful as it was, shape you into a breathing, living human, not a surface-level avatar existing within unsolicited expectations and boxes that need to be checked? How much happier are you with more things that you're supposed to make you happy, only to lose all those things and know the only real thing is your timestamp on this timeline of life? Stuff as practical or as superficial as it can be is only the top layer to the truth of our own existence. Life is both too short and too long at the same time. What does that mean? What is holding you back? What is keeping you stuck? What is using all your emotional energy? See, we all have set amount of energy and set amount of time on this planet. Where are you draining your life supply, your precious time? Are you building better relationships? Are you showing up fully for your loved ones? Are you creating from the most honest place? Or are you creating friction in life? Are you in discord? Granted, even the most painful relationships started out with the best intentions, end up being sandpaper for our souls. The loved ones we married, coupled up with, and we didn't see living without, then become our greatest teachers, and we cycled through, I love you, we hurt each other, I forgive you, we are better humans for knowing each other, regardless, and it ends in respect. Life says that time was allotted, a lesson we needed only we could learn if we met with that person. With that comes acceptance, a more polished version of you. I know this is not new for you listeners, but it's worth mentioning. Where have you betrayed yourself? Where did you dim yourself? Where did you burn yourself to keep others warm? Where did you build up residue on your heart walls that nothing can move you? When did your heart grow cold? Where did you enter into silent agreements, living on the outer edge of truth and then feel resentment and felt a victimhood? And when someone misunderstood you, but really, you were not really showing up fully for you? Where did you occupy your time with things, people, and projects that you knew weren't for you, but the idea of nothing was more frightening? So you filled up your life with stuff and experiences, but your heart wasn't fully there. What if you lost parts of yourself along the way? Did you take time to gather and retrieve what was lost? Did you mourn your previous life? Did you power through, sideline the pain transmutation and numb out? Did you detach the point of dissociation and escape into the fantasy of being saved, all while knowing you have to help yourself first? Where did your pride come before the fall? Where did you know the moment was fleeting and it was beautiful and you still didn't appreciate it? Now it's too late. Did you confuse love with dependency? Did you confuse attachment with bond? Did you mistake generosity for opportunity? Finite time. So you spent years in learning situations. Now you're recovering. Now what? Enter the liminal space. The rabbit hole, the void, the dark night, the messy phase of the old self still burning off while the new self is emerging. You do not relate to the old ways. You are still processing underdevelopment and vulnerable. Congratulations, Earthling. You graduated to another level. You managed to break the holding pattern. Whether life schooled you out of your comfort zone or you fearlessly dove in, you are in the liminal space. Yes, it was hard. You're still processing. You don't know what's up ahead, but gosh darn, you're stronger for it. And now you're meeting yourself again. Finite time is a daily reminder. Liminal stage is not a sexy stage. Scared folks are tested again and turn around at the beginning and go back. Then there are those who just forge ahead. They have already lost their old self, their old life. The pains have been processed. Their heart has broken open. And now they set out to journey on the unknown. Everything they planned for previously ceased to exist, was destroyed or taken away. Whatever was secure and stable is no more. Finite time once again reminds you that all you have is your time on this earth. How you spend it is how you end it. So now what? Before reemergence is recovering and regeneration. Recovering yourself by repairing your own wounds and re-examining your life with your new lens is a lot of self-compassion and letting go. You cannot carry that forward with you, especially since you really don't know where you are 100% going. Remember, your old plan failed, your old life dismantled. So now you take the time to rebuild and recover alone. Regeneration follows. You are fortifying your broken parts by showing up fully and taking accountability. You are meeting yourself once again, and finite time is still waiting for you to live your purpose. Now what? The liminal stage will inevitably end. As a new you emerges, your faith is restored, your purpose louder, your calling amplified. You are ready. You know whatever happens, but you have survived. You have learned, you have healed, and you're better for it. So there's nothing to fear. As Tara Singh says, nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. You're not fully formed, but you're more real than you have ever been. All praise be. Congratulations. You took that L and leveled up. You ventured into the unknown and built trust with yourself. You sat in your loneliness and found yourself. You had to meet you, and you did. So now what? Life in review? I once read this short story about a person dying and having their life reviewed in front of them on a screen. Every person that person had intentionally hurt showed up on that screen, and that reviewer's heart felt their pain. Every ounce of pain until that said human told them to stop. I cannot stand to feel anymore. They said, when you hurt another, you hurt yourself. Be kind to yourself. be kind to each other. What I took from that was we must be compassionate with ourselves to hold more capacity for compassion and grace for others. How can we live peacefully on this planet if we are inflamed within ourselves? As the slow dive ends, I challenge you to take a minute to forgive yourself for not knowing any better and forgive another for not knowing any better. I challenge you to start seeing everyone on your path as your teacher and vice versa. We are in school after all. We all have plenty to learn. This is The Slow Dive. I am Farida, and I'm wishing you and yours an abundant 2024. May the rest of your life be the best of your life.